Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're going to talk about something you see literally every day, fruit, but we're going to look at it in a way you probably haven't before. We're diving into how you can take something so common and turn it into a high-end, honest-to-goodness luxury product. And we'll do it by breaking down the business plan for a really fascinating brand called Guoya Tong. Let's get into it.
I mean, it's a wild question, right? You walk into any grocery store and fruit is everywhere. But then you hear about certain fruits fetching prices that are more like fine jewelry. How is that even possible? Well, that's the core idea we're going to unpack together today.
The answer, it turns out, lies with brands like Guoya Tong. They've built their entire business around this idea that fruit can be, and should be, more than just something you eat. For them, it's a statement. It's about culture, status, and showing someone you really, truly care.
And this quote right here, this is the key to their entire universe. This is the why behind everything they do. Guoya Tong operates on the belief that every single piece of fruit carries with it the power of nature and the warmth of human effort. Their whole mission is to elevate that natural gift into a genuine artistic experience.
Okay, so this whole philosophy is perfectly captured in this one term, 水果及礼品化. It basically means the giftification of fruit, but it's so much deeper than just putting an orange in a nice box. No, this is about elevating it to the level of a meaningful, artistic gesture. It's a way to convey deep, profound respect.
All right, so how do they actually do it? I mean, how do you turn a simple peach into a prestige item? Well, Guoya Tong's strategy is built on what they call the 4 pillars of perfection. This is their blueprint, their roadmap to luxury.
And here they are: strict selection, rarity, prestige, and quality. Each one of these is absolutely critical. They all work together to create an experience that doesn't just ask for a premium price, but actually justifies it. So let's break them down one by one. First up, strict selection. And look, this isn't just about picking a pretty apple from the pile. It starts way back at the source, by partnering with only the most elite orchards around the world, ones that use sustainable farming. From there, every single piece of fruit goes through this insane multi-stage inspection. They check everything from sugar content to taste to appearance. And get this, the standard is so high that only 1 in 10,000 pieces of fruit will ever make the cut. 1 in 10,000.
The second pillar is rarity. Guoya Tong is not dealing in your everyday bananas and grapes. No way. They source legendary, almost mythical varieties, like the famous sun egg mangoes from Japan, which can be auctioned off for thousands of dollars. Each of these fruits has a story, a pedigree. It's that incredible scarcity that turns it from a simple snack into something more like a collectible.
Third, we have prestige, because the luxury experience has to go way beyond the fruit itself. Everything, and I mean everything, is designed to feel exclusive. We're talking elegant, art-like packaging, to the point where you almost don't want to open it. And there's this white glove service from the moment you order to the moment it's delivered. The key thing to understand here is that you're not just buying fruit, you're buying a symbol of status and a powerful way to show respect.
And the final pillar, quality, is what holds the whole thing together. This is the absolute soul of the brand. It is non-negotiable. From scientific testing on the farm to a meticulous temperature-controlled supply chain, every single step is obsessively managed to make sure that fruit arrives in a state of absolute perfection. The promise is simple. If it's not the absolute best, it just doesn't get the Guoya Tang name, period.
Okay, so we get their philosophy, we know their incredibly high standards, but what does the business actually look like on the ground? What are the products, and who in the world is buying them?
Their services are really focused and clear. You can buy individual fruits from their signature collection of these world-famous rare varieties. You can create your own custom gift box for a special occasion like a wedding, or you can work with them directly on totally bespoke solutions for corporate gifts, where making a huge impression is everything.
Now this slide is really interesting because it shows their customer base isn't just one monolithic group. You've got your high-income folks buying for themselves, but then you have a huge corporate gifting market. You have shoppers who are willing to splurge during major festivals, and then you have these lifestyle enthusiasts who just value beautiful things, and even overseas buyers who want a trusted source for these prized fruits.
But if you had to boil it all down, this is their core customer right here. We're talking about someone with high purchasing power who genuinely values exceptional quality. They want to express their status, and they really understand the heart of sophisticated gifting. They are more than willing to pay that premium for a product that delivers on all of those fronts.
And this slide just perfectly sums up their competitive edge. Supermarkets, they give you variety, but zero story. Online stores, they're usually just competing on price. Guayotong is playing a totally different game. They focus on exclusivity and powerful storytelling. They aren't just selling a product, they are selling an emotion, a culture, a piece of art. And that is an incredibly powerful differentiator that's really, really hard to copy.
So, with such a strong brand and a clear market, what's the plan for the future? Let's take a look at their blueprint for growth, which, maybe unsurprisingly, is just as meticulous as their fruit selection.
Their whole strategy kicks off with location. They've picked the Qingpu district for their flagship store, and if you look at this analysis, you can see it's a very calculated move. The upsides? A high-income population and great transport links. The main downside is that it's still a developing area with high rent, but the opportunity is just massive. A growing market that already has a high acceptance of luxury goods. It's a risk, for sure, but one with huge potential.
You know, their growth plan reads like a clear 3-act story. Act 1, Year 1, build the brand, get the word out. Act 2, Years 2 and 3, stabilize the business by diving deep into the corporate and B2B market. And the final act, by Year 5, the goal is to go international and become a globally recognized leader in luxury fruit. It's ambitious, but it's clear.
And they've put a pretty big number on that ambition. The 5-year goal is to break 100 million new Taiwan dollars in annual revenue. This shows you right away this is not a small boutique operation. This is a serious plan to build a major player in the global luxury market. So what's the big lesson here? When we zoom out from Guayotong specifically, we can see a really powerful lesson about modern business, about branding, and about value itself. Because this whole enterprise, it's so much more than just a fancy fruit shop. It's basically a masterclass in how to take an everyday commodity and transform it into a premium experience. By focusing on a really powerful why and then executing on it flawlessly through those 4 pillars, they've created immense value and a deep emotional connection with their customers.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. Guoyatong is proven that the story, the care, and the intention behind an object can be just as valuable, if not more valuable, than the object itself. So the next time you give a gift, ask yourself, what are you really giving? Is it just an item, or is it a story? Thanks for watching.